As new phone policies are being enforced this year at Scott Community High School, many people have different thoughts over the matter. The new principal, Mr. Byer, as well as Mrs. Whipple, describe how they are enforcing these new phone policies within the school.
The new cell phone policy in the school is no cell phones at all. They are allowed before school and after school. If you are seen in school with it at a time you're not supposed to have it, you just get it taken away. You can have it back at the end of the day if that's your first time. The second time, a parent will have to come pick it up, and a third time will lead to ISS for a day. Anything after that, it builds upon. So your fourth time would be 2 days ISS, fifth time would be 3 days ISS, and then if we ever get to a sixth time, it'll be OSS.
First time you take one away, it goes to the office for the day, and then, after that second time, the parent has to come get it. I've actually only had one student that had to have the parent come get it, so not too bad in my room.
With a new principal comes new rules, and some students have struggled to adapt with the change of having no phones in school.
Not to be disrespectful, but I just feel kind of frustrated with the control on everything, and it was just like a really big change really fast. And I feel as though we're not being given a chance to show that we're trustworthy. I think that everyone's just kind of a little upset that we aren't being trusted or given certain freedoms that we are used to. I think that school is meant to be a place of education, not policing. Obviously, I understand the restriction of phone use to some extent, like in classrooms and stuff, but there's just lots of things that phones make more convenient.
Teachers, on the other hand, have contradicting thoughts over the matter.
I actually like the new rules. I do feel cell phones are a big distraction. Over the years, I've noticed how many times the students get text messages from not only their parents, but their bosses. And I feel it's a big distraction, especially sometimes the parents are upset. And so they're kind of giving their student a hard time about something they did. And I'm like, could that not wait till after 3:30? Because then that way they can be in school focusing on their schoolwork. I do notice kids seem to be not only more focused on their work, but I see students actually interacting with each other. Instead of texting each other or through a group or an app, they're actually communicating more face-to-face. So I think that's excellent for them with their relationship skills. I do like there's consequences, and I like that the principal follows up with those. So I think everybody pretty much knows, hey, there's going to be follow-through with consequences if you do break the rules. I do have some, though, that are maybe they need to get on, maybe they're a college student, they need to get on to get their college ID or check something like that. But they ask, and then they put it right away. I appreciate that. So I'm like, if they're upfront with me, I'm okay with that, too. Sometimes I think technology is useful.
Mr. Byer responded to some of the doubts over his policies by saying,
I would just say my whole reason with it is just to try to improve, engagement in the classroom. The biggest reason they come to school is to learn and to do what they're supposed to be doing in the classroom. And whenever you have several kids that are on their phones, not paying attention, not doing what they're supposed to be doing, you have an issue. And you have kids that aren't engaged, you have kids that aren't learning, you have kids that are in school not doing what they're supposed to be doing in school. And the whole main purpose of that's defeated. Just also feel like it's a safer environment, when you don't have cell phones in the classrooms or opportunities for certain students who might be irresponsible with the cell phone and make bad choices with the cell phone, with bullying or other instances like that. I think it's just a better thing for the environment.
Mr. Byer says his reasoning behind these new rules was the teachers' feedback from years past.
So what really led to drive this decision was meeting with teachers before the school year started. Since I was new, I didn't know any teachers, so I met with them at the beginning of the school year and asked them, things that needed to be changed, things they thought would help, improve the school or just be better for the school. And the first thing every single one of them said was cell phones. They said it was a major issue last year. Kids were not engaged in the classrooms. They were on their phones the whole time. Teachers that tried to enforce it got backlash because other teachers allowed it, so there just wasn't really inconsistency there. They also just said it was an issue with students recording teachers, students recording kids, bullying issues. So that was really the main reason me and Mr. Dirk sat down and we decided we probably needed to implement a policy.
Although controversy over the policy will continue, Mr. Byer still has hope for what his new policies hold.
So I've gotten feedback from teachers. They love it. Again, I think they were looking for someone to be just consistent with it and make a decision on the policy, whether they allowed it or not. They emphasized to me when I met with them that it was an issue last year and they had major issues with it. So I think they're just really glad we made a decision on it and are sticking through and following through with it.
Even though it's been a tough transition, the principal hopes that people can be optimistic as he continues to enforce these new policies.